Good evening, everyone. It is Friday, July 22nd, 2022, and tonight we're going to be doing a special gameplay of Jeopardy! Second Edition for the PC. Why? Because we are dedicating this video to the man who would celebrate his 82nd birthday today, and that is the legendary host of Jeopardy! Alex Trebek. So we're going to be playing Jeopardy! Second Edition for the PC today in his honor. So let's see how we do.
Normal game? Okay, so how many people out there? Type in your name, player one. Player one, here's your buzz-in key. Why not write down your name with your mouse as well?
Will do. That should be good enough.
It's showtime!
From the Sony Pictures Studios, this is Jeopardy!
All right.
Here he is, the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thanks, Johnny. Welcome to Jeopardy! Have fun, and good luck to all of you.
Here we go.
The first round categories are as follows.
Let's get to it.
Art supplies.
All right.
Our Earth.
Okay.
Ends in double E.
All right.
President's monograms.
Okay.
Name the movie.
All right.
And a look at our final category. Where are we?
Right here. That's where we are.
Let's get things underway. Player one.
Let's start with art supplies for 100, please.
A mop, one of these made from camel hair, is used for watercolors.
Player one.
What is a paintbrush?
Exactly.
Art supplies for 200, please.
It refers to any drawing material in stick form, not just the ones made of wax seen here.
If you'll just watch this, we'll show you the clue. Player one.
What is a crayon?
Definitely.
Art supplies for 300, please.
You may execute your oil painting on a wooden panel or on one of these, a primed, heavy fabric.
Player one.
What is a canvas?
Right, keep going. You control the board.
Art supplies for 400, please.
Carrara is an Italian type of this material, popular with sculptors.
Player one.
What is marble?
Absolutely. Pick again.
Finish it up. Art supplies for 500.
This clear plastic sheet on which a cartoon image is painted sounds like a prisoner's home.
Player one.
What is a cell?
That's correct.
Let's go with our Earth for 100, please.
This outer part of the Earth shares its name with the outer part of a pie.
Player one.
What is a crust?
Absolutely. Pick again.
Our Earth for 200.
From the Latin for track, it's the path of the Earth around the sun.
Player one.
What is an orbit?
All right.
Our Earth for 300.
This satellite of the Earth is a whopping 2,160 miles in diameter, a lot bigger than it looks.
Player one.
What is the moon?
Exactly.
Our Earth for 400.
The highest temperature ever recorded on Earth was 136 degrees Fahrenheit at Al Aziziyah on this continent.
Player one.
What is Africa?
That's the spot exactly.
Our Earth for 500.
Some theorize that the Earth once had just one of these bodies of water, called Panthalassa.
Player one.
What is an ocean?
Right, keep going. You control the board.
NCEE for 100.
Degania, the first Jewish kibbutz in Palestine, was founded near this sea's shores in 1909.
Player one.
What is the Sea of Galilee?
Absolutely. Pick again.
NCEE for 200.
The two swords used in women's fencing are the foil and this.
Player one.
Was an EP.
That's it, exactly.
And it's an EE for 300.
The woman seen here and W.C. Fields starred in this classic little 1940 film.
If you'll just watch this, we'll show you the clue. Player one.
Was My Little Chickadee.
Exactly.
And it's an EE for 400.
Tenskwatawa, Tecumseh's brother, was this Indian tribe's prophet.
Player one.
Was Shawnee.
You're in fine form, so pick again.
And it's an EE for 500.
This Massachusetts town was the birthplace of John Adams and John Hancock.
Player one.
Was Braintree.
Exactly.
President's Margaret's for 100.
RMN.
Player one.
Who is Richard Milhouse Nixon.
That's who we were looking for.
President's Margaret's for 200, please.
DDE.
Player one.
Who is Dwight David Eisenhower.
Absolutely. Pick again.
President's Margaret's for 300.
RWR.
Player one.
Who is Ronald Wilson Reagan.
Well done, yes.
President's Margaret's for 400, please.
Answer?
Daily double, all right.
Make your wager, please.
Everything. Here's the clue.
HCH.
Player one.
Who is Herbert Clark Hoover?
Exactly.
All right. President's Margaret's for 500.
JKP.
Player one.
Who is James Knox Polk?
Exactly.
Name the movie for 100, Alex.
1972. I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Player one.
Was The Godfather.
Absolutely. Pick again.
Name the movie for 200.
1995. Houston, we have a problem.
Player one.
Was Apollo 13.
Very good. Pick again.
Name the movie for 300, please.
1931. I never drink wine.
Player one.
What is Dracula?
Exactly.
Name the movie for 400.
1939. Ah! You cursed brat! Look what you've done! I'm melting! Melting!
Player one.
I just love it. It's one of my favorite classic movies of all time. What is The Wizard of Oz?
That's correct.
Let's finish it off. Name the movie for 500.
1971. You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Player one.
What is Dirty Harry?
Exactly.
Where are we for 100?
It's not the rent-a-car company. It's the historic landmark seen here.
If you'll just watch this, we'll show you the clue. Player one.
It's located in San Antonio, Texas. What is the Alamo?
You're in fine form, so pick again.
200.
Over 700 feet high, this presidential dam is the largest of its type in the U.S.
Player one.
What is the Hoover Dam?
Absolutely. Pick again.
300.
An English column honors this famous naval hero who died in 1805.
Player one.
Who is Horatio Nelson?
That's it. You really know your history.
Thank you. 400, please.
A historic place of pilgrimage, this English cathedral of tales dates from the 11th century.
If you'll just watch this, we'll show you the clue. Player three.
Oh.
What is Canterbury Cathedral?
Exactly. Here's the
Player 3
final
let me out on
answer
that
the
one.
story.
Now the last clue.
These heavenly falls in Venezuela were discovered in 1935 from the air.
Player one.
What is Angel Falls?
Exactly.
All right, $13,300 at the end of the Jeopardy round.
Player 1, well done. You're still in the thick of it, Player 3. Player 2, you're in last place, but you do get to start things off first in Double Jeopardy.
2 dilly doubles in that round.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for Double Jeopardy.
Here are the categories.
Here are the categories for the Double Jeopardy round. The NFL.
All right, love football.
Libraries. Famous Freds. Songs of the 60s.
Oh, that's a good one.
C in history. And here's the last category. Cowboy talk.
Yeehaw! All right, popping the dollar figures for Double Jeopardy. As I mentioned, 2 dilly doubles in this round.
Okay. Songs of the 60s for 200, Alex.
Good
June
good
Carter
choice.
co-wrote Ring of Fire and later married this country legend who sang it.
Player 1.
I walked the line. Who is Johnny Cash?
Yes, it was him, so keep it going.
I'll take the NFL for 200, please.
In 1940, the Pittsburgh Pirates chose this new team nickname.
Player 2.
What are the Steelers?
Dang it!
Exactly.
Player 2 let me out.
The NFL for 400, Alex.
Oh well.
It's the team name for Seattle's NFL team.
Player 1.
There we go. Who are the Seattle Seahawks?
All right.
The NFL for 600.
On January 5th, 1996, this Miami Dolphins coach retired with a record 347 career wins.
Player 1.
Sadly passed away, unfortunately. Who is Don Shula?
Exactly.
The NFL for 800.
Once on ABC's Monday Night Football, he was the NFL's MVP for 1956.
Player 1.
Who is Frank Gifford?
Yes.
NFL for 1,000, please.
Answer? Okay.
All right, good.
Make your wager, please.
I'm betting it all, everything, 15,300. So it's 30,600 or nothing. If I get
Make
this
your wager, please.
so if I get this right, I'll have 30,600. But if I get it wrong, I drop to 0. So it's all or nothing. Here's the clue.
During the 1995 season, this Carolina team played its home games at Clemson Memorial Stadium.
Player
Well,
1.
I should know this. Who are the Carolina Panthers?
Absolutely. Pick again.
30,600. All right. Let's do famous Freds for 200.
This TV character is a Dino operator at a quarry in Bedrock.
Player
I
1.
should know this because I actually love that series. Who is Fred Flintstone?
Precisely.
Famous Freds for 400.
Bronco Buster in 1895 was his first bronze sculpture.
That I don't know
Player
about.
Who was Frederick Remington?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Pick again.
I'll try libraries for 200, Alex.
Okay.
A Spokane library named for this white Christmas singer has many of the crooner's records and memorabilia.
Player 1.
Who is Bing Crosby?
He's the one.
Libraries for 400.
The Greater Amman Public Library is one of the major libraries in this Middle Eastern country.
Player 1.
What is Jordan?
Exactly.
Libraries for 600.
The Theodore M. Hesburgh Library is located at this Indiana university.
Player 1.
It's also Regis Philbin's alma mater. What is the University of Notre Dame?
You're correct.
Libraries for 800.
Founded in 1701, this university's library is Connecticut's oldest.
Player 1.
What is... I think it's oldest. What is Yale?
Right. Keep going. You control the
All right.
board.
Wasn't sure on that one, but I got it. Libraries for 1,000, please.
This Waco, Texas school's Armstrong Browning Library has items relating to poets Robert and Elizabeth.
Player 1.
Sticking Bears. What is Baylor?
Absolutely. Pick again.
Cowboy top for 200.
If you're belly up or strapped on your horse toes down, you're this.
Player 1.
What is dead?
Precisely.
Cowboy top for 4.
Western writers referred to the English style of these seats as postage stamps.
Player 1.
Water saddles.
Absolutely. Pick again.
Cowboy top at 600.
Answer? Okay, we double.
All right.
Make your wager, please.
Everything.
A rawhide artist was a ranch hand who was good with this branding implement.
Player 1.
What is a branding iron?
All right.
All right. 68,800. Cowboy top for 800, please.
If you're downright mean, your veins are filled with this reptile's blood.
Player 1.
What is a snake?
Absolutely. Pick again.
$69,600. Wow, Luke would be happy about that one. Cowboy top for 1,000, please.
This term for a southwestern tavern is Spanish.
Player 1.
What is cantina?
Yes.
Songs of the 60s for 400, please.
Song including the lines, "You make my heart sing, you make everything groovy."
Player 1.
What is Wild Thing?
Absolutely. Pick again.
Songs of the 60s for 600.
Martha and the Vandellas had a hit in 1963 with this hot weather song.
Player 1.
What is Heat Wave?
Very good. Pick again.
Songs of the 60s for 800.
Fittingly, it's the last song on the 1967 album, The Doors.
Player 1.
What is The End?
Absolutely. Pick again.
Songs of the 60s for 1,000, please.
This band took I'm a Believer to #1 in 1966.
Player 1.
Who are the Monkeys?
That's right. Pick again.
All right. Famous stretch at 600.
Craven Graven Image, played by Robert Englund in the movies.
Player 1.
Who is Freddy Krueger?
Exactly.
Famous stretch for 800, please.
I'm Too Sexy was this British pop band's biggest hit.
Player 1.
What is Right Said Fred?
Yes.
Famous stretch for 1,000, please.
His Polonaise in A-flat major, opus 53, is called Heroic.
Player 2.
Who was Frederick Chopin?
Absolutely. Pick again.
How about C in history for 200, Alex?
Plutarch wrote of this queen depicted here. Plato admits 4 sorts of flattery, but she had 1,000.
If you'll just watch this, we'll show you the clue. Player 1.
Who is Cleopatra?
That's correct.
400.
An alphabetical list of this Russian empress's lovers might end with Zubov, but we can't be sure.
Player 2.
Who was Catherine the Great?
Absolutely. Pick again.
C in history for 600.
A civil war, known as the War of 1,000 Days, broke out in this South American country in 1899.
Player 1.
What is Colombia?
All right.
800.
Charles Martel, grandfather of this great king, hammered Burgundy in 733.
Player 3.
Who was Charlemagne?
Absolutely.
Now the
Pick
last
again.
clue.
And to wrap up this board,
Bassianus was the original name of this Roman emperor known for his baths.
Player 2.
Who was Caracalla?
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Let's see how
Wow,
our players
$75,600.
Player 1, you've got the lead going.
A
into
big
Final
lead.
Jeopardy. Player 2, you're not too far off the lead. It's still anyone's game, Player 3.
Well, there's only Final Jeopardy.
It's time for Final Jeopardy. I'll read the category and then give you a few seconds to consider your wager.
Okay.
Television.
Television, the category for final.
All right, go ahead. Make your wager.
Well, I should know
Player
this.
3, could we have your wager, please?
And I know the clue.
Player 2, your wager, please.
So I'm gonna
Player one, please
go
make your
all
wager.
in, baby. 75,600.
Here's the Final Jeopardy answer. Good luck.
A 1997 episode of this CBS action series guest starred Philip Michael Thomas and Tommy Chong.
What is Nash Bridges? I pray to God I get this
All
right.
right, let's see how everyone did.
I pray to God.
Player 3, your question. Oh, sorry, that's in.
It's not the A team.
How much did it cost you?
Everything down to 0.
Your question, player 2. That's not right, I'm sorry. And your wager?
Everything.
Player 1, your question. That's right.
Yes.
And your wager was?
So I finished with 75. Wow.
Congratulations.
$151,200.
Player 1.
That's the biggest one I've ever played on Jeopardy. In any of the games I've played in
Thanks for
Jeopardy.
playing Jeopardy. Come back and see us again.
Wow, $151,200.
I'm Johnny Gilbert. Let's just take care of a little business, then we'll get to our game.
That's incredible. Wow, $151,200. All right, well, that's gonna do it for my birthday special for Alex Trebek. But before we go, we're gonna take some behind the scenes of how this game was made. So we're gonna chat with some of the staff in the green room first, and we're gonna talk with Suzanne Thurber, the contestant coordinator. So we bring them out into Muhammad.
Well, what we do is we try to go on the road a lot because we don't want people to have to come to LA just to take the test, because roughly only about 10 to 15% of the people in a room of approximately 75 pass the test. So we try to get to all different areas so that people can come and try out a lot closer than, coming to LA.
Best part of the job.
Two things. I love the travel. I love being able to travel. And I think meeting so many people from different walks of life. I mean, they come in here when they're taping the show, and we have people from all different occupations, locales, and you learn a lot about them. It's real interesting to hear them.
Funny. Nobody asks why they call it the green room?
They ask you all the kind of questions. What happens if I sneeze on the air? What happens if I can't get in on the buzzer?
Me, a good contestant?
I would make a wonderful contestant as far as understanding how to play the game, when to ring in, answering in the form of a question, but giving the right answers, I don't know if I would be nearly as good. That's where I would fall down.
I would fall down too. Jeopardy's kind of tough to be when it comes to appearing on a game show. Anyway, let's go to the control room and talk to former Jeopardy director Kevin McCarthy. How long ago?
I started on this show so long ago. I was young when I started on this show, and that was 1984, the first year. I was the booth AD, and I edited the first season, and then I went back to Merv Griffin's show, who created it, for a year, and then 1986 came back here permanent. In 1991, I think, I started directing, basically from the beginning.
Love those away games.
You go on the road and you see 4,500 people going crazy for Alex or crazy for a certain contestant. You feel proud of what you're doing.
It's not for the faint of heart.
I think the more aggressive you are on this show, the better off you are. You can't wait till the answer pops in your mind. You've got to say, history, I'm good at this. He reads the question, you ring in, and then you've got to have the presence of mind and the coolness to just pull it out of the air, give the answer, and go on to the next one.
Alex is the man.
He loves what he's doing. He's great with the contestants. He calms them down when they need calming down, and he gets them a little excited when they need to be excited. He's like an arbitrator out there. He's impartial, but he wants the show to be great every night.
And he was for 36 years. No doubt about it. All right, so let's go to the production offices now and chat with former executive producer Harry Friedman first. It's all about the writing.
The core of Jeopardy is the writing. And fortunately, I have co-producers and head writers, a wonderful staff of writers and researchers who are responsible for the heart and soul of the show, which is the game material itself.
Jeopardy, coming soon to an auditorium near you.
We've been to New York. We've got other remotes in the works. That seems to have energized the show quite a bit.
The host with the most.
Alex Trebek brings credibility to the show, not only in the way in which he hosts it, but by virtue of the fact that he cares so much about the integrity of the show and is such a professional that I think that comes through in his performance.
To expect the unexpected.
That's one of the things we always have to be aware of, is that there could be some other answer out there that could be right, that we're not aware of, even with all the research that we do. We will stop tape, we'll research their answer, and just like in baseball, well, where all ties go to the runner, in this case, all ties go to the contestant. We're always looking out to rule in favor of the contestant whenever possible.
All right, now we're going to talk to Jim Ryan and Gary Johnson, the writers. Of Jeopardy writers' qualifications.
You have to be well-rounded. You have to be interested in a wide variety of things, and everything from history to sports to what's on today, the cover of today's LA Times.
My favorite category.
I think it was dead celebrities, but they wouldn't let me do that one. So yeah, but we'll get that in one day.
My favorite category, part 2.
We had one called Dr. Seuss Meets the Bard, and we had different quotes from Shakespeare as if Dr. Seuss had actually written them, and I thought that was quite amusing. Got a lot of laughs anyway.
We're talking dream job.
The best part of my job is that every day is an adventure, and I don't have to join the Navy for it to be an adventure. Everything we do is exciting, and anything you're interested in can become material to put in the show. There's not an area we won't go to and be interested in as part of the job.
And now we're going to go to the dressing room and chat with the birthday boy, the former host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek. I'm not really one for sitting around.
I came to the United States in 1973 to host a show called Wizard of Odds, and I've been very fortunate since then to have been gainfully employed most of the time.
I wish I had a colorful and interesting story about how I got the job, but basically it goes something like this.
I had hosted Wheel of Fortune for a period of 1 week to replace an ailing Chuck Woolery, who was the regular host at that time, and I did that for the Merv Griffin people, and I guess they remembered me, and when they brought back Jeopardy into syndication in 1984, they called me and said, look, we're going to bring back this old game show called Jeopardy. Would you like to host it? And I said, yeah, sure, it's a great show.
Be all that you can be.
My job as the host is to provide an atmosphere in which the contestants can do their very best. It's like that U.S. Army commercial, be all you can be. We want our contestants to be all they can be. We want them to do well. We want them to win a lot of money.
A typical day.
Well, I come in early on tape day. We usually tape 2 days a week, and we'll do 3 weeks on, 1 week off, that kind of thing. I will start at about 8 o'clock in the morning going over the 5 games that we will be taping that day. I look at all of the material, all of the clues. If there are words that I'm not familiar with, I look them up in dictionaries. If there are foreign words, I ask our researchers to help me with those.
Jeopardy, the road show.
It's exciting for me. It's exciting for the people in the audience because they haven't had a chance to see us, and they probably never will unless they come to Los Angeles. And so it's a plus for them and for us, and also for the viewers, because then the viewers get to enjoy the excitement and see that Jeopardy can be a very special kind of program.
Into the Breach with Cheech.
In our very first celebrity tournament, Cheech Marin was the winner, Cheech of Cheech and Chong. And a lot of people came up to me afterwards, and they were very surprised because they had been led to believe that Cheech was exactly as the character he portrays on film and on stage at that time. They thought he's kind of a loose cannon, and he's into smoking marijuana all the time, and is probably not very bright. But no, he was very bright and a good player.
The best part of the job.
The best part of the job is the 30 minutes I spend on stage with the contestants.
The right stuff.
I think the trick to being a good contestant is to relax, enjoy yourself, enjoy your 30 minutes on national television in front of millions of people, and understand that if the categories are right for you that day, with a little bit of luck, you could be a Jeopardy champion and wind up winning many thousands of dollars.
And now we're going to go over to the stage now and chat with John Lauderdale first, our stage manager. It's Who You Know.
I met some of the celebrities, including Clint Eastwood and Merv, and from meeting these people, I ended up expressing an interest that I wanted to come to Hollywood and work.
Think of me as the crew wrangler.
there are certain responsibilities that the stage manager does by making sure all those elements are in place, looking at that schedule, and when it comes time to tape a show, make sure that everybody is in its place. And I get on my headset and I can tell the director, I say, hey, we're ready, let's go.
Be the buzzer.
Now, the lockout device can be your best friend or it could be your worst enemy. If it's your best friend, you see that there are people who operate that button with such ease, and they manage to get in all the time.
Laid back is good.
The more relaxed a person is on stage, the better they seem to do out there.
And now we're going to talk to the show's announcer, Johnny Gilbert, the hardest working man in show business.
My career in show business started a long time ago, when I was about 17. Started out as a singer, professional singer, and traveled for years with that. Then I did a stint in the Army in special services, and that was also in show business. And then I went to New York in 1960 and been doing television ever since.
The secret to Johnny's golden vocal cords revealed here for the very first time.
I worked as a professional singer for several years, and that helped me an awful lot, by the way, in television, because I studied with a classical singing teacher, and that helped me with the breathing and how to use the voices.
It only seems like I've worked on every successful game show ever made.
I did The Price is Right with Bill Cullen, and did several different shows there, one with Burt Parks, then called Yours for a Song, and then I worked with Dick Clark on the $25,000 Pyramid, John Davidson on the $100,000 Pyramid, did the Dinah Shore program for 8 years, and of course Circus of the Stars and People's Choice Awards, and I've been doing a show for the last several years that the kids really love called Supermarket Sweep, along with Jeopardy.
Those darn computers are everywhere.
The original Jeopardy, for instance, they had people standing behind the board raising cards to reveal the responses. And now we have about 9 different computer systems that run the show.
And that's been that way ever since. And that, my friends, will conclude my 82nd birthday special for the legendary host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek, who would have been 82 on this day, July 22nd, 2022. I want to thank everyone for watching, and I know that Alex Trebek will be watching the 39th season of Jeopardy from the Lord Above, beginning Monday, September 12th, and with the studio audience returning to the Alex Trebek stage for the first time since July of 2020. So be on the lookout for it, and we will see you guys in the next video coming soon. So long, everybody.